Alright, let's talk about this Dakota Ditcheva situation because, honestly, it's the kind of story that makes you stop and question everything we think about combat sports. So here's the quick setup. Ditcheva, a 28-year-old undefeated MMA fighter in the PFL, just broke both her hands during a fight. But here's the twist, she hit it. Didn't tell her corner, didn't tap out, and still won by unanimous decision. Now she's facing another surgery and a layoff, and her career timeline might be colliding with the PFL's messy merger with Jake Paul's MVP MMA in 2027. Wait, what? Let me unpack this because this isn't just an injury, it's a symptom of something deeper in this sport. First off, let's address the elephant in the octagon. Why would any athlete risk permanent damage by skipping surgery? Ditcheva admitted she was told she needed surgery after her last fight in 2025, but she rolled the dice anyway. From my perspective, this isn't just about toughness, it's about pressure. Pressure to perform, pressure to stay relevant, and maybe even pressure from the promotion itself. The PFL isn't exactly the UFC, they are scrambling to stay afloat with this Jake Paul merger. So fighters like Ditcheva, who's been called a standout, might feel forced to gamble with their health to stay on the card. That's not just reckless, it's systemic. Now, let's dissect her choice to hide the injury during the fight. She said she felt the break in the second round, but kept going. Personally, I think this reveals a disturbing norm in MMA, the glorification of suffering. We praise fighters for pushing through, but what does that really cost them long term? Imagine breaking your hand in the second round and thinking, yeah, I'll just finish the fight and deal with surgery later. That's not courage, that's a red flag. What many people don't realize is that repeated hand injuries can end careers. This isn't her first rodeo, she already missed a year after the 2025 fight. So why repeat the cycle? Because the system rewards short-term spectacle over long-term health. Period. Then there's the PFL's timeline. The merger with MVP MMA in 2027. That's a big deal. If Ditcheva's out for another year, she might miss the boat entirely. This raises a deeper question. Do fighters even have a say in the business moves that dictate their careers? The PFL's scrambling to survive, and Ditcheva's stuck in limbo. It's like the sport's infrastructure is a house of cards, and the athletes are the ones paying the price. A detail I find fascinating is how Ditcheva's story mirrors the UFC's early days, chaotic, injury-prone, and full of tough decisions that later get sanitized for highlight reels. But let's circle back to her resilience. She says, "This is not going to take me out." And honestly, that's what makes this tragic. Her determination is inspiring, but it's also exactly what the system exploits. Fighters like her are the engine of this sport, but they are the ones left holding the tab for surgeries, rehab, and lost time. What this really suggests is that MMA's growth has come at a human cost we rarely discuss. And if you take a step back, the irony is brutal. Her toughness is both celebrated and weaponized against her. So here's my closing thought. Dakota's story isn't just about broken hands. It's about broken incentives. How do we, as fans, reconcile our love for the sport with the reality that its stars are often sacrificing their bodies on a roulette wheel? Maybe the real fight isn't in the octagon, it's between the athlete's passion and the promotion's profit margins. What do you think? Let's unpack this in the comments.